Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, February 20th, at 5:13 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 580 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Donald Trump to speak at CPAC in first major public appearance since leaving office. Police want to talk to Dolphins star Davine Howard about shooting of ex-agent's house. Did nuclear spy devices in the Himalayas trigger India floods? 3 dead and 2 wounded after mass shooting at Louisiana gun shop. Former Trump official details grave misstep in COVID response. Plane debris falls on Denver suburbs during fiery emergency landing. Passenger jet lands safely after suspected engine explosion rains debris on Denver neighborhoods. Biden coronavirus advisor made millions advising private sector during pandemic, report says. Arlington man gets $17,000 electricity bill. Governor Abbott will address price spikes. Governor Ron DeSantis faces backlash from Florida Democrats after he says flags will be flown at half-staff to honor Rush Limbaugh. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Our Perseverance rover takes up residence on Mars on this week at NASA, February 20th, 2021, NASA. Russia reports first case of avian flu in humans, Fox News. Sheriff, 3 dead in gun store shooting in New Orleans suburb, The Associated Press. Kroger is latest victim of third-party software data breach, Wayne. Kanye West is having an especially tough time with dream girl Kim Kardashian divorcing him, Daily Mail. New Mexico reports 11 new deaths, 427 additional COVID-19 cases, Cobb. Poor ice conditions delay NHL's Lake Tahoe outdoor game until Saturday night, also shifts Sunday's game, ESPN. Coronavirus in Oregon, state reports 536 new cases, 5 deaths, Oregon Live. Spacecraft named for Hidden Figures mathematician Katherine Johnson launches, NPR. Naomi Osaka's brutal response to question about Serena Williams, Yahoo Sport Australia. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Pro golfer Michelle Wie disgusted by Rudy Giuliani's creepy story about her panties. Serving Trump a Diet Coke required elaborate steps, says leaked restaurant document. United plane loses engine mid-flight, scattering debris in Denver suburbs. Chris Christie has no sympathy for Ted Cruz. Ted has just not been a very likable guy. Bizarre Newsmax segment attacks Biden's dog for not being presidential. 4 more states propose harsh new penalties for protesting fossil fuels. My kids refuse their inheritance. Here's how we are giving it all away. Florida is a model for voting. The GOP wants change anyway. Family battles ICE for the same reason they fled their home, they're Muslim. We're killing one of the ocean's most important weapons against climate change. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. DACA applicant hoping for immigration reform. Street racing targeted in crackdown bill. Radio host is living kidney donor for mom-in-law. Warning, heart attack risk while shoveling snow. Students make Valentine's Day cards for seniors. Friends, military vets plan to open brewery. Man nearly loses hand trying to unclog snowblower. Could produce prices rise due to winter storm? Firefighters dispute with city over sick days from vaccine side effects. Equipment stolen from volunteer fire company. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. United flight sheds debris over Broomfield, Colo, after engine failure. Oakley School Board resigns after mocking parents on live stream. New York City is down to fewer than 1,000 vaccine doses. Justice Department is said to be examining Stone's possible ties to Capitol rioters. Louisiana gun store shooting leaves 3 dead, including gunman. The Bodom economy. Trump schedules address before CPAC next Sunday. Texas blackouts point to coast-to-coast crises waiting to happen. Is the group chat sacred? Extreme cold killed Texans in their bedrooms, vehicles and backyards. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Former 49er star linebacker Patrick Willis talks off-season moves, draft priorities. Newly appointed DCCC advisor deletes tweets slamming Biden and Harris. Veteran Bronx educator claims she was fired after refusing Black Panther salute. Biden visits Bob Dole's D.C. home after lung cancer revelation. Columbia University professor, admitted heroin user, says legalization of all drugs is fundamental right. Mayoral candidate talks bringing business back to NYC, first thing we need to do is get public safety back. Armed bystanders halt shooting spree that left 3 dead, including suspect, at Louisiana gun outlet, sheriff. Plane experiences engine failure and drops debris over Colorado, land safely. Panthers clearing cap space to make a push for Texans' Deshaun Watson, report. Dem senator gets pushback for saying racial justice should be #1 priority in vaccinating people. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, February 21st. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Buffalo Bills home in the Silence of the Lambs will soon be open to overnight guests. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. William's fury at Meghan and Harry's insulting, disrespectful and petulant parting shot. Douglas Murray, the EU is tearing itself apart right before our eyes. Caroline Graham, is Britney Spears trying to tell the world she needs saving from imprisonment? More than 2/3 of people aged between 65 and 69 have had their first vaccine doses. Dan Hodges, when Boris Johnson speaks to us tomorrow, the biggest loser will be Keir Starmer. United Airlines flight makes emergency landing after dropping debris. The Muppet Show now comes with an alert about offensive content on Disney. EU law on ensuring ride-on mowers, golf buggies and mobility scooters is chopped due to Brexit. Coronavirus vaccine for every adult in Britain by July 31st, Boris will accelerate inoculation drive. How Dominic Cummings took revenge on Dylan the dog. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. 2 more protesters killed in Myanmar as demonstrations against military coup continue. In a Russian court, Alexei Navalny loses again but still has the last word. Arturo Di Modica, sculptor of Wall Street Bull, dies at 80. Europe applauds Biden's approach, stresses cooperation. Global vaccine inequality runs deep. Some countries say intellectual property rights are part of the problem. Everything you need to know about the Tokyo Olympics. Israel agrees to vaccinate Palestinian workers, Palestinian officials say. Yemen, tribal leaders say Houthis kill 5 from allied tribe. UN experts, Trump ally, UAE firms violated Libya sanctions. Iraqi officials, rocket strike North Air Base, 1 injured. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus, UK should donate vaccines to poorer nations now, says new WTO chief, French cities facing tougher lockdowns. Spain braces for fifth NIGTA protest over arrest of Pablo Hasél. Donald Trump to address CPAC on future of Republican Party. Passenger plane drops debris on Denver suburbs and lands safely. Charities condemn Facebook for attack on democracy in Australia. Biden approves major disaster declaration over Texas deep freeze. Carlos Acosta, there's the danger we'll lose a whole generation of young dancers. Smuggle diary tells how abducted women survived Boko Haram camp. Thousands watch live stream as rare cactus starts to bloom in UK. Rocket attack on Iraqi airbase where US defense company operates. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Gun store shootout leaves 3 dead, 2 injured, officials say. Entire school board resigns over comments bashing parents. Plane debris rains down on neighborhood after engine failure. No bail for Indian climate activist over farmer protests. Skateboarding champion charged for hosting Los Angeles party. Crews rescue parachutist dangling from Arizona power lines. Maryland police reform would repeal officer job protections. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Israel eases restrictions following vaccine success. Singapore vending machines now dispense salmon, crab and even cacti. How Trump offered Kim a ride on Air Force One. Pablo Hasél, luxury stores looted and vehicles ablaze in Barcelona protests. COVID-19, which countries in Africa are administering vaccines? How European businesses are adapting to Brexit. Are streaming algorithms really damaging film? COVID, each one of these people mattered. U.S. plane scatters engine debris over Denver homes. Greece Me Too, prominent actor Dimitris Lignidis held over rape accusations. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. AP Top Stories February 20th p. School board resigns after mocking parents on reopening, weather could fuel virus spread in Texas, latest COVID-19 updates. Plane drops debris during emergency landing. Pennsylvania police officer arrested by FBI for alleged participation in U.S. Capitol riot, suspended. Stranded international college students feel abandoned, they are suing the U.S. government. Death toll rising days after winter storm set thousands of cold temperature records. Ocasio-Cortez visits Texas after raising millions. Looting a Spain rapper protest turns violent. International Space Station launch honors Hidden Figures mathematician. Feds deport former Nazi concentration camp guard who lived for years in Tennessee. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. LA County coronavirus numbers continue to drop as more cases of UK variant are reported. Bay Area school board members resign after making disparaging comments about parents in virtual meeting. Southern California winds threaten trees and power lines. Man who sold near-death puppies to families ordered to pay more than $200,000 in restitution. Remains found in San Bernardino County are identified as missing Walnut Creek woman. Suspect accused of threatening Sequoia National Park visitors is wounded in shootout. Skateboarding superstar charged with hosting COVID-19 superspreader party in LA. Lopez, for both the housed and unhoused in this Hollywood neighborhood, help is urgently needed. At 84, this fierce champion of people with disabilities has decided to retire, sort of. Column, distanced in body but close in spirit, this California church embraced remote worship. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, February 21st, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. The QAnon phenomenon has emerged in France, prompting President Emmanuel Macron's government to order a multi-agency inquiry on conspiracist movements scheduled to report back at the end of February. Pfizer vaccine prevents 98.9% of COVID deaths. Israel's health ministry data shows 99.2% protective against serious illness, reduces chance of hospitalization by 98.9%. A large Sahara dust storm is forecast to spread across Europe, reaching into UK and Scandinavia. It will be followed by early spring warm weather through the rest of February and might extend into early March as well. 500 well-connected people in Peru received Chinese vaccine ahead of essential workers. Spain sees fourth night of riots over imprisonment of rapper. Chemicals in plastics damage babies' brains and must be banned, expert group says. Biden warns European allies that democratic progress is under assault. Indian police claim 21-year-old activist Disha Ravi was part of Indian chapter of global conspiracy to defame India. Ravi was arrested for allegedly creating a Google Doc, which was shared on Twitter by Greta Thunberg, aimed at helping protesting farmers in India. Thirsk teacher, 21, becomes youngest solo female to row Atlantic. Venezuelan women lose access to contraception and control of their lives. Chilean politician, Iván Roca, has sparked fury after he defended his son who is accused of raping a 12-year-old girl by saying she has a woman's body. U.S. deports 95-year-old former Nazi concentration camp guard to Germany. Less oil use and less plastic waste. New plant-based plastics can be recycled with near-perfect efficiency. Eco search engine commits to planting 1 billion trees in Africa's Great Green Wall. If highlighting farmers' protest is sedition, I'm better in jail, climate activist Disha Ravi says in court as police claim she was part of global conspiracy to defame India. The next headlines are from Forbes. Houston Rockets, DeMarcus Cousins parting ways may mean trading Victor Oladipo, PJ Tucker before deadline. Airplane parts crash into Colorado neighborhood after engine failure. Fewer Americans than ever before trust the mainstream media. Trump plots re-emergence at CPAC with shot at Biden immigration policy. Pfizer's COVID vaccine over 95% effective in Israel, new study reportedly shows. The best movies to stream before they disappear from Amazon Prime at the end of February. NBA Top Shot Collectibles continues meteoric rise with over $50 million in sales in a week. Box office, Detective Chinatown and Hi Mom join Avengers, Avatar and Star Wars in the $600 McClub. Song Joong-ki is flawlessly stylish as a consigliere in Vincenzo. The Boarding School, Los Cumbres is captivating reboot of popular Spanish series. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,687,313,351 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Time's Up condemns Brett Ratner's return, there should be no comeback. Cynthia Erivo, Shaka King and more discuss black identity in film. Chris D'Elia addresses sexual misconduct allegations, I do have a problem. Twitch replaces live Metallica audio with hilarious folk music to avoid copyright violation. How David Dobrik hopes to use internet fame to break into late-night TV. Kate Hudson responds to music backlash, we are listening. Saturday Night Live books Nick Jonas as host and musical guest. Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon sets China release date. Spike Lee on honoring the Black Vietnam veterans' experience in Da 5 Bloods, shining a spotlight on PTSD. Users review, a pensive, tech-weary doc where the pictures say more than the words. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Pope Francis accepts resignation of conservative African cardinal. Debris falls from the sky near Denver after flight suffers engine failure. Spacecraft named for Hidden Figures mathematician launches from Virginia. 2 killed in Myanmar in worst day of violence since February 1st coup. Biden declares disaster in Texas as millions are asked to continue boiling water. U.S. deports Nazi concentration camp guard to Germany. Controls on vaccine exports hold back pandemic recovery, warns incoming WTO head. American Indicators, the faces and stories behind the economic statistics. California will begin setting aside 10% of COVID-19 vaccine doses for teachers. Russian court denies appeal of jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny. The following headlines are from The Week. Israeli data shows Pfizer vaccine nearly 99% effective at preventing COVID-19 death 2 weeks after second dose. Individuals in 77 Texas counties eligible for federal assistance after Biden approves disaster declaration. Why upcoming GOP primaries may not double as Trump-McConnell proxy wars. Police reportedly killed 2 anti-coup protesters in Myanmar. 10 things you need to know today, February 20th, 2021. Naomi Osaka notches 4th Grand Slam title with Australian Open win. Russian court rejects Navalny appeal, setting up potential transfer to penal colony. How Rush Limbaugh broke the old media and built the new one. 5 outrageously funny cartoons about Ted Cruz's can getaway. Bitcoin, bubble or breakthrough? The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Perseverance rover's new home. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. NASA's Mars helicopter reports in. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Just some of the planets that TESS has found nearby. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, February 21st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Upheaval and extinctions linked to magnetic reversal 42,000 years ago. Moon in winter circle February 20th, 21st and 22nd. The next news is from Politico. UK Supreme Court rules Uber drivers are workers. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. BioNTech Pfizer, vaccine can be stored at higher temps. Alexei Navalny's appeal rejected by Moscow court. Facebook restarts talks over Australian media law. Trump to speak at CPAC. The jockeying to replace Neera Tanden has begun. Sanders confident $15 minimum wage would be allowed via reconciliation. Trump gears up for war with his own party. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. COVID-19 vaccines begin as Prime Minister receives Pfizer immunization. Winning a Grand Slam is totally achievable. In defeat, Brady proves she belongs. Coronavirus updates live. Australia's first dose of a Pfizer vaccine administered. Victoria records no new COVID-19 cases as $143 million support package announced for businesses impacted by recent lockdown. Russian court clears way to send Navalny to a penal colony. Vaccine passports open doors in Israel. The 8 photos of the week, February 21st, 2021. Liverpool suffer first home loss to Everton in 22 years. The escaping princess, a French spy and the fatal error that gave her away. We have touchdown, COVID-19 jabs arrive at Brisbane Airport. Debris falls from plane into Denver suburbs during emergency landing. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Where should I retire? We love to ski but are struggling even with a $1 million house budget. What's an affordable ski town where we can retire? Robert Powell, running out of money is the #1 retirement fear annuities could help. One positive outcome of COVID-19 restrictions, Americans are investing their extra cash in stocks. A pandemic paradox, Americans' credit scores continue to rise as economy struggles, here's why. The big move, I'm planning to retire soon, should we sell our home while prices are high, and rent for 2 years? The big move, I'm thinking of buying a home directly from the seller, he says I have to pay him a commission, is that true? Only 50 people are known to have contracted COVID-19 more than once, but new strains have medical experts on high alert. Cannabis Watch, to profit from planned merger of Tilray and Afria, by Afria, says this analyst. Vaccine trials have underrepresented people of color for the past decade, and many fail to even report demographic data. Asian American businesses are dealing with 2 viruses, reeling from racist incidents, many are hurting financially during COVID-19. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Dean, margin is not the answer, your valley. Dave Joshi, recipient of 2020 New Jersey State Governor's Jefferson Award, tapinto.net. Providers focus on adding nurses, expanding outpatient care, modern healthcare. A wholesome IPR scheme for startups and small enterprise, live law, Indian legal news. IPO and Harity Analytics release list of top 300 patent holders for 2020, JD Supra. The next headlines are from Quartz. Inside the 6-month experiment to revive New York's performing arts scene. How did Chile get so many people vaccinated against COVID-19? Is this the end of Texas's Wild West electricity market? Biden wants to fix the U.S.'s bad math on carbon, and economists are lining up with suggestions. What increased land use means for Mount Kilimanjaro's already isolated ecosystem. Weekend edition, Texas's power problem, space race redux, goal interrupted. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Game Jam winner spotlight, The Great Gatsby tabletop role-playing game. Fire TV porn service asks 11th Circuit panel to resurrect trademark suit against Amazon over Fire TV. Reminder, just a few days left before our 230 Matters conversation with Section 230 authors Ron Wyden and Chris Cox. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Tina Fey. DeMarcus Cousins. Kate Hudson. Sidney Poitier. Real Madrid. UFC Fight Night. Michelle Rhee. Liverpool vs Everton. Tell me your secrets. Kurt Cobain. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. This man's too tough. Russian boxing champ David Avanesyan demolishes British star Josh Kelly in bloody welterweight war, video. Fight training clip of kids has journal lamenting Russians are being trained as young hockey beasts as Americans play video games. 3 killed, 2 injured after man opens fire at gun store in New Orleans, gets neutralized by other customers. What happens if you don't consent? WhatsApp won't allow users to read and send messages if they reject new privacy rules. Madrid police shows video of crackdown on COVID rule-breaking teen party, with scared guests snatched from inside wardrobes and beds. Plane debris rain from the sky as United jet makes emergency landing in Denver with engine on fire, videos. FBI and Department of Justice investigating Alex Jones and Roger Stone for alleged ties to U.S. Capitol insurrectionists, reports. U.S. deports 95-year-old Nazi guard to Germany, where he won't be prosecuted. He landed a KO from the chicken dance, fans enthralled by Russian MMA fighter stunning comeback knockout, video. Norilsk nickel and firing line again after $2 billion fine for fuel leak, fatal factory collapse due to gross safety violations. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Texas blackouts spark first lawsuit, AG vows probe. Trump to make first public speech since leaving White House at CPAC. New regulations mean Japanese whiskey now actually has to come from Japan. The high cost of using the minimum wage as a form of welfare. 92% of NYC restaurants unable to pay rent in December, study finds. Learning to live with crypto. Biden admin working directly with big tech to crush vaccine dissent. It's raining metal, Boeing 777 experiences mid-flight engine explosion over Denver suburbs. Rise up, fight back, Detroit rent protest erupts amid nationwide eviction crisis. Inflation here, there, and everywhere. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Inspiring cultures, Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury dubbed into Nunger. Peaceful Barcelona rally for jailed rapper devolves into clashes. Rockets hit Iraq military airbase hosting U.S. contractors. Biden to hold virtual meeting with Trudeau next week. What is next for Somalia's political crisis? Alarm as Myanmar ships reach Malaysia to pick up detainees. Argentina health minister resigns over COVID vaccine scandal. UN, Tigray malnutrition very critical, response woefully poor. In extreme Texas cold, Green New Deal turns into hot potato. Myanmar police kill 2 in bloodiest day of anti-coup protests. The next headlines are from Breitbart. National security experts, GOP behaving like a terror group, to be viewed as enemy combatants. Nurse stays behind to help elderly neighbors during Texas storm, make sure they were still alive. Nearly 100,000 in U.S. died from coronavirus in Biden's first month in office. Ashley Hinson, tell the liberal elites like Bill Gates to keep your hands off of our beef. Texas Good Samaritans help those in need during state's deep freeze. Assemblyman Kim, people are inching toward the impeachment process on Cuomo. Harvard study, reparations for slavery could have reduced coronavirus transmissions and deaths. Europe applauds Biden's surrender of America First policies in G7 speech. Planned Parenthood sues South Carolina over heartbeat abortion law. Columbia U professor uses heroin for work-life balance. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 2020's biggest celebrity breakups. Crazy glitch in the Matrix stories. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Mercy Chef serves its 10 millionth meal, then heads to Texas to feed bodies and souls in the cold. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. New XPRIZE funded by Elon Musk will award $100 million for top carbon removal ideas to address climate crisis. National Love Your Pet Day, people will do just about anything for their pup, says new survey. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, February 21st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. New Orleans paramedics called to possible cardiac arrest, find life-size Bernie Sanders figure. A tragic case, organ transplant patient dies after receiving COVID-infected lungs. Customers face $5,000 electric bills for 5 freezing days in Texas. Neanderthals died out after Earth's magnetic poles flipped, causing a climate crisis 42,000 years ago, a study says. Man with world's largest penis weighs it to prove it's real. Roses left on vehicles create temporary panic at Coshocton Walmart. Bear bites bear butt. Bahrain seagulls too fat to fly after feasting on leftover national dish. Ohio police find cat, newborn kittens in suspicious package. Gust of wind makes woman pregnant. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Facebook pulled the trigger on Australian news and shot itself in the foot. The Dukes Pro turns your laptop into that sweet dual monitor setup you had back at the office. Move over far out. Far out is now the most distant object in our solar system. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Direct cloning method captures novel microbial natural products. Depression, anxiety, loneliness are peaking in college students. The hidden dance of roots revealed. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, February 21st from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA Science, cargo launches on 15th Northrop Grumman resupply mission to space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Bayou dominates LMU from the start. Here's how the Cougars got the big win. David Brooks, a letter to a young Republican. Number of new COVID cases continues to decline, as more than 200,000 Utahns are reported to be fully vaccinated. A coronavirus outbreak at the Kane County Jail accounts for nearly 70% of cases in the county. FCS football takes center stage. Vapor State, Southern Utah and Dixie State set to open their seasons in February. Farhad Manju, the problem with electric cars is, they are still cars. Gail Collins, if you were a dog, would you rather belong to Ted Cruz or Mitt Romney? 4 Naomi Osaka wins Australian, stays perfect in Slam finals. The triple team, rebounding, Clippers spacing gives Jazz trouble late in loss. Letter, Q toss to Senator Iwamoto for crafting bills of genuine value. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Twitter's misinformation fighting tool Birdwatch makes mistakes. Will Boeing become the next McDonnell Douglas? Google is testing a dark mode for desktop search. Bill Gates questions societal value of GameStop mania, argues it'd be good to get rid of Bitcoin. Twitch censors live Metallica performance with darkest music imaginable. Linux is now on Mars, thanks to NASA's Perseverance rover. Could Earth's reversing magnetic poles accelerate climate change? Python turned 30, a steering council member reflects. Top banks join Linux and open source patent protection group. Did Facebook inflate its advertising metrics? The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Hive updates. United Planes engine explodes after takeoff from Dia. Debris falls from sky. Police searching for missing 18-year-old in Florissant, could be endangered. Early morning fire damages Berkeley building, filling air with smoke. New legislation would protect drivers who hit protesters. Fire kills 10 horses in southeast Missouri. Woman dies in single vehicle accident early Saturday morning. University of Missouri St. Louis hosts mass vaccination event. Feds won't seek death penalty against Sweetie Pie's murder for hire suspect. Judge throws out Pam Hup's bid to toss plea deal. You paid for it. City water crew cleans up mess left by water pressure fix. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Coming home, Padres Musgrove wears number 44 to honor PV. 2 Democratic governor C-stars dimmed by virus woes. Warm up, some areas could see temps in the 80s. Watch San Diego Gulls vs Colorado Eagles on Fox 5. Off-road vehicle enthusiasts recover cars, semi-stuck in snow across Oregon. 2 Californians arrested in Hawaii for violating COVID-19 rules. Kroger is latest victim of third-party software data breach. Petco Park closure extended as storm chokes vaccine supply chain. Watch, officers rescue man from burning car after high-speed chase. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Mossad chief heads to Washington to convey demands on Iran's nuclear issue. 4 Taiwan ex-intelligence officers charged with spying for China. Ex-KGB agent says Trump was a Russian asset. Does it matter? Family violence tech stalkers are about to be caught out. French spy and fitness instructor in blame game over kidnapping of Dubai princess. James Bond theory, stirred, not shaken as a secret MI6 code. Interview, Alison Epstein brings Elizabeth I's spy network to life in her first novel. Make Antifa a domestic terror group, Montana GOP state lawmaker, 20, says. Britain's MI6 spy master apologizes for past unjust and discriminatory treatment of LGBTQI+ people. Plex surprises users with Apple TV app integration test. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Highland Systems unveils potentially revolutionary multi-role vehicle at IDEX 2021. Saab delivers third global aircraft to United Arab Emirates. U.S. Air Force T-38 trainer aircraft crashes and burns in Alabama. AM General unveils Humvee NX T-360 fitted with Javelin missile at IDEX 2021. Arcos will be exhibiting all its expertise at IDEX 2021. Ukraine promotes its advanced wheeled fighting vehicle for Middle East. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China discloses 4 military fatalities from India border clash last June. Elmi apologizes to food delivery drivers after setting impossible targets for holiday bonus pay. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, February 21st, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Sheriff, 3 dead in gun store shooting in New Orleans suburb. Dozens gather to protest against proposed Costco gas station in Novato. Oakland Zoo raises money for animals impacted by Texas storms. Pandemic Pet Project, Bay Area artist raising money for animal shelters. 2 California residents arrested in Hawaii for violating COVID-19 quarantine rules. Honoring Black History, SF Assistant Sheriff breaks barriers. First aid steps for heart attack symptoms. Stimulus check latest, House Democrats advance $1.9 trillion COVID-19 aid bill. Multiple people displaced after San Jose grocery store burns down. Biden approves major disaster declaration for Texas as South faces water crisis. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Oswald, frozen ship is not the USS Al Gore. Navy veteran brings technical expertise to Geneva High School Theater Department. More snow coming Sunday, but temps warming up this week. Group offering mental health support to faith communities. After son's overdose death, West Dundee family launches initiative to raise money, awareness. COVID-19 cases per county, zip code is of February 19th. Constable, snowmobilers' dreams of white February finally arrive. Former Cary Mayor Alex Yukas, the cheerful man who could talk to anybody. The perfect storm, how the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated the suburbs' opioid crisis. Cary trustees planning to bring back outdoor dining this summer. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green alert for tropical cyclone Dudu in 21. Population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for tropical cyclone Guam 21. Population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 6.67 km, in Vanuatu February 20, 2021, 2:44 UTC, about 88,000 people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, February 21st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Here are Houston area schools and universities' plans to resume class. Tony Busby to file suit against Urquhart on behalf of family whose child died during winter storm. ABC 13 exclusive, AOC among other U.S. representatives that toured Houston storm damage. Boil orders in effect for much of the Houston area. Low temp Sundays stay above freezing, mild afternoon temps expected. Former President Trump to speak at CPAC in first appearance since leaving office. FEMA includes grants for temporary housing, home repairs in Texas emergency aid. Astros Carlos Correa and wife Daniela talk about disaster relief fundraiser. PUC officials have launched an investigation into power grid debacle. Founder of oldest Chinese restaurant in Houston dies from COVID-19. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Raquan Gray scores 16 as Florida State tops Pitt 79-72. Former NHL coach Babcock takes over at U of Saskatchewan. Mets sign Tajon Walker, move Noah Syndergaard to 60-day IL. Price, Posey, ML Bears who opted out for virus excited for 21. Number 5 Illinois dominates Minnesota 94-63 for 7th win in row. Number 13 West Virginia rallies from 19 down, tops number 12 Texas. Number 1 UConn women clinch Big East title share, rout Xavier. Analysis, already a star, on court and off, Osaka eyes more. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra Extra, The Value of Kindness in a Cruel World as explained by George Saunders. NY lawmakers seek to create a predictable funding stream for anti-violence programs. Cuomo says portion of COVID vaccines delayed by winter storm will be distributed by Sunday. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Organizers in New York City's early COVID epicenter help fill in the gaps for Texans after dangerous winter storm. Cuomo urges NY colleges and universities to ramp up campus testing to avoid full remote learning. Asian Americans express alarm over recent acts of violence and demand action. City Hall says no decision yet on hiring 475 new NYPD school safety agents. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag was detected near Calama in Chile. Light earthquake, 4.8 mag was detected near San Antonio de los Cobres in Argentina. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag strikes near Komodo in Indonesia. Light earthquake 4.8 mag, 148 kilometers W of Norsup, Vanuatu. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag has occurred near Finschhofen in Papua New Guinea. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag has occurred near Port Vila in Vanuatu. Light earthquake, M4.9 quake has struck near Bandon in Oregon. Moderate earthquake, 5.1 mag has occurred near Bandon in Oregon. Light earthquake, M4.9 quake has struck near Luganville in Vanuatu. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag has occurred near Oregon. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. In Argentina's Chaco region, the forest is also a source of electricity. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. There's no chip in the vaccine, Brits told during primetime ad. The No Change presidency. Coca-Cola forces employees to take White Fragility author's course on how to be less white. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did Ted Cruz leave his dog Snowflake at home while traveling to Cancun? Trump repeats election claims and interviews, is unchallenged. Judge rejects Rep. Devin Nunes defamation suit against CNN. Biden's first month was about erasing the mark of former guy. Is Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband a familiar celebrity? Pandemic makes prostitution taboo in Nevada's legal brothels. Did Schwarzenegger and President Bush sled into Barbara Bush, breaking her leg? Does a photo show shortest, fattest, tallest men in Europe in 1919? Did Flora Spring help a 65-year-old man poop out 42 pounds? Does China own DreamWorks? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Wind turbines didn't cause Texas energy crisis. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Grieving mom fears coroner's grisly funeral home gave her fake ashes. Another GOP rep fled Texas, via private jet, at height of deep freeze crisis. Black small businesses you can support through Amazon. Scouted tried and tested guide to the best sweatpants. Why Taylor Momsen turned her back on Hollywood. It's a Sin is the best show on TV right now. Are COVID vaccine selfies hot or not? How Dickinson star Anna Baryshnikov pulled off that wild spider dance. The dangerous lives of Cuban surfers fighting for freedom. Biden's off to a good start undoing Trump's global damage. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Biden's horrific excuses for Beijing's Uyghur genocide. Biden to have virtual meeting with Justin Trudeau. Canada to follow Australia and take on Facebook, seeking payment for content. Danish woman says she won't shave mustache or trim unibrow just to land a man. Central Park ice skaters outraged at de Blasio for closing rinks to punish Trump. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Ask Astro what happens when a galaxy ejects its supermassive black hole? Ask Astro, can New Horizons help us find Planet 9? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Mars rover beams back dramatic landing selfie. What's behind the extreme cold in Texas? The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. 2 tourists try to bribe Hawaii airport worker with $3,000 to dodge COVID quarantine, authorities say. Plane parts rain on Colorado neighborhoods, jet lands safely. Neanderthals died out 42,000 years ago as Earth's magnetic poles flipped, scientists claim. Snowmobiler dies in Idaho avalanche. NASA mathematician, featured in Hidden Figures, honored as spacecraft's namesake. Trump will return to spotlight with speech at conservative CPAC. 3 people killed in Louisiana gun store shooting, police. Florida set to ban ownership of several snakes, other high-risk reptiles. Prominent Greek actor, director arrested over allegations of rape. California man must pay more than $200,000 in fines for selling sick puppies. The following headlines are from military.com. Declaring America is back, Biden tries to regain Europe's trust. Navy says vaccinations allow first steps toward more normal deployments. Up to 60 Lake Champlain sailors in isolation after more than a dozen on board test positive for COVID-19. 2 dead after Air Force trainer jet crashes in Alabama. Inspector General reviews Trump relocation of Space Command. Air Force orders new review of racial disparities focused on Asian, Hispanic communities. Air Force T-38 trainer jet crashes in Alabama, condition of 2 pilots unknown. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Black Lives Matter activist charged with felony for alleged actions during protests in Kenosha over police shooting of Jacob Blake. Woman's body discovered in snowbank behind Park Ridge business. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 1,922 new confirmed and probable COVID-19 cases and 42 additional deaths reported Saturday. Quick hitter of a system to bring 2-3 inches of snow Sunday as temps on the rise, forecasters say. Bail denied for man on parole accused of West Side murder, attempted robbery. Carjackings in Chicago, including one involving retired cops, end with SWAT standoff and arrest of 2 at Via Park Motel. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers. Here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code. Search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 33,042 additional people fully vaccinated for a total of 540,904, 4.25% of the state's population. 77,813 new doses administered Friday. The following headlines are from phys.org. America has sent 5 rovers to Mars. When will humans follow? Floods cripple Indonesia's capital. Southern cities hit hard by storms face new crisis, no water. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, February 21st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Apophis, doomsday asteroid, or just a passing space rock? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Millions of jobs probably aren't coming back, even after the pandemic ends. Cubs finalize contract with outfielder Jake Marisnick. White scores 21 to lift Texas A&M CC past Lamar 77-68. Workman scores 33 to lift Jacksonville past Stetson 86-82. McGuirl does it all to end K-State schemed by beating TCU. Ivy, Stefanovic helped Purdue pull away, beat Nebraska 75-58. Smith scores 22 to lead Illinois past Austin P 76-69. John Guzman trained Miss Riff wins Saudi Cup. Belmont defeats Tennessee Tech 90-66 to secure OVC crown. Cruz scores 17 off bench, Fairfield beats Canisius 66-53. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Longtime fugitive to stand trial in 1979 cold case slaying of Escalon bar owner. Costco begins offering COVID-19 vaccines in the Bay Area. Redwood City, Caltrain strikes unoccupied vehicle. What we learned at Days Camp, why Sergio Romo chose to sign with Oakland. The latest, Texas reports 227 more confirmed COVID-19 deaths. Pleasanton, pedestrian fatally struck by car. 5 ways to foil catalytic converter thieves. Kurtenbach, 4 stats that help explain the Warriors' up and down season. Pennsylvania officer responding to dispute shot, killed armed man. Feds drop legal battle over tribes' reservation status. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Bankruptcy judge refuses to halt Weinstein Company plan. New Mexico reports 427 additional COVID-19 cases, 11 deaths. Police, couple found dead with their child had suicide pact. Sheriff, 3 dead in gun store shooting in New Orleans suburb. Texas coronavirus deaths top 200 as hospitalizations decline. Louisiana sheriff, 3 dead in gun store shooting in a New Orleans suburb. Police, officer responding to dispute shot, killed armed man. Rolling averages of Arkansas virus cases, deaths declining. Skateboarding champion charged for hosting Los Angeles party. Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau to hold virtual bilateral meeting Tuesday. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Thirsty, cold, and scooping feces with their hands, crisis in reality winners Texas prison. Nursing home industry avoids scrutiny for COVID-19 deaths as powerful lobby goes to work. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, February 21st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Optical frequency combs found a new dimension. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. White Sox World Series aim is legit, new heavy lifter Lance Lynn says. Boy, 17, faces murder charge after robbery plot turned into deadly shootout in Calumet City, prosecutors say. Bright sun, poor ice delay outdoor NHL game at Lake Tahoe. Number 5 Illinois dominates Minnesota for 7th win in row. Coronavirus Live blog, February 20th, 2021, heavy snow slowed COVID-19 vaccine administration last week, officials say. Blackhawks Adam Bachvist adopts new defensive strategy, play the hands, not the body. Return to the north side was the right fit at the right time for Jake Arrieta. One in custody after 14-year-old boy shot in Roseland. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. 10 best senior dating sites for love, dating 50, 60, 70 plus. Where to find Lent fish fries in the Detroit area. Elite Singles Review, find out the real cost. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, February 21st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Timmy sets new Apex Legends damage world record, DBLTAP. American Michaela Schifrin settles for bronze medal in slalom at World Ski Championships, ESPN. Video, how to set a Guinness World Record during lockdown, Western Telegraph. Watch, man breaks Guinness World Record for opening cans with mouth, ARA News. Wade Van Niekerk looks to recapture world record form with split from coach and move to USA, Olympic Channel. A 14-year-old differently abled girl makes world record in swimming Mumbai NYOOZ. Jai Rai, 12-year-old autistic girl sets Guinness World Record, swims 36 kilometers in 9 hours, Republic TV. World record crowd at 1954 Challenge Cup final replay, Odsal, Warrington Guardian. Hundreds of drones took Van Gogh's The Starry Night to the skies, and set a Guinness World Record, CNN. Olympic champion shot putter Ryan Krauser on the hunt for another world record, Yahoo Sports. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Chunks of United Airlines plane rain down on Colorado suburb following engine trouble. Winter storm energy prices in Texas leave customers with astronomical bills that can reach up to $17,000. Entire California school board resigns after chewing out parents on accidental Zoom broadcast. Google fires another top researcher on its AI ethics team. Paul Feig, Charlize Theron, and Kerry Washington are taking us to the school of good and evil. The Louisiana city struck by 2 hurricanes last year is suffering in this week's deep freeze. An artist used a drone to photograph rarely seen ICE detention centers. J.J. Abrams' subject to change will be a mind and reality-bending new series. Saturday's best deals: CompuStar 2-way remote start kit, Dyson V7 allergy, Gulu car jump starter, Casa smart plugs, Corsair Virtuoso headset, and more. Cut the cord on cleaning. Dyson's V7 allergy HEPA cordless vacuum is down to $200 at Newegg. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Olympic Dam Aerodrome in Australia at 107.96 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 68.08 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. New malware found on 30,000 Macs has security pros stumped. As coronavirus variants spread, the U.S. struggles to keep up. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump is signaling he wants to run in 2024 as he prepares for speech at conservative conference, NIT. Here are the wild myths I believe about white people. 3 killed in shooting at Louisiana gun store, customer says everybody's strapped in there. Right-wing broadcaster commits hilarious cell phone with ridiculous accusation. New Yorker AOC continues to show up. Ted Cruz has now raised $4 million for Texas. Biden had a secret legal team of former solicitors general to stop Trump from stealing the election, report. Here's why Joe Biden made an unannounced visit to the Watergate complex on Saturday. Airplane parts rain down on Denver suburb, report. GOP split over whether to bend the knee by visiting Trump at Mar-a-Lago, report. Republican governance created the Texas nightmare, and has no answer to it, columnist. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. AOC flies to Texas to help at a food bank. Biden declares major disaster in Texas. Texas is finally starting to thaw. Millions still don't have water. When the GOP left Texans to freeze, locals stepped up with mutual aid. Human destruction of nature is senseless and suicidal. I'm obsessed with this song about intrusive thoughts. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. McDermott, even as we look for echoes of Martian life, is someone else looking for us? STLtoday.com. Vermont by degrees, developing tomorrow's students' perspective. RutlandHerald.com, Rutland Herald. Winter weather Texas, MIT Technology Review. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Silicon oxide, SiOx, ReRAM technology market hit $79 MN booming at a CAGR of plus 23% by 2028 leading with Weebit, KSU the Sentinel newspaper, KSU the Sentinel newspaper. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, February 21st, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Project Moondust, Operation Blue Fly and Clifford Stone, RIP. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, February 21st, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.